Somewhere in Switzerland, a single living cell was taken from the flesh of a fruit that refused to rot and placed onto aging human skin cells in a laboratory. Within days, the damaged cells showed renewed activity. But what made these results possible was an extract derived from a living plant cell culture processed in a laboratory using advanced biotechnology. And by the end of this video, you will know 15 plants whose stem cell extracts contain protective compounds that power some of the most advanced skincare formulations on Earth. Every plant on Earth has stem cells. They sit inside the meristem, the growing tip of every root and every shoot. These cells are undifferentiated. They have not yet decided what to become. They can become bark. They can become leaf. They can become flower. When a tree survives 400 winters, its stem cells are the reason. When a fruit resists decay for months after every other variety on the shelf has turned to mush, its stem cells are producing defense compounds that no laboratory has fully replicated. Scientists learned how to extract these cells, culture them in controlled environments, and concentrate the protective compounds they produce. The research came primarily from Swiss, Korean, and Japanese laboratories, not from cosmetics corporations. The distinction matters. The global anti-aging skincare market moves $62 billion a year. The best-selling ingredients on store shelves are synthetic or semi-synthetic: retinol, hyaluronic acid, engineered peptides. But behind closed doors, a growing body of research has demonstrated that stem cell extracts from specific plants can protect human skin stem cells from aging, ultraviolet damage, and oxidative collapse. The plants are ancient. The research is recent. The industry would prefer you never connect the two. These are 15 plants whose stem cells rebuild aging skin. We begin at number 15. Number 15. Buddleja davidii. Most gardeners know this plant as butterfly bush. It grows in millions of backyards across North America and Europe. People plant it to attract pollinators. They admire its purple flower spikes in midsummer. They prune it back in winter and forget about it. What they do not know is that the stem cells of this plant produce compounds that shield living tissue from urban pollution damage. Particulate matter, heavy metals, ground-level ozone. The environmental stressors that age city skin faster than sun, exposure alone. The plant that gardeners grow for beauty has been hiding a second function that nobody mentioned. The butterfly bush in your yard is not just decoration. It is a pollution shield that the skincare industry already extracts from and sells back to you in small glass bottles. Number 14. Echinacea. You have seen it in every pharmacy. Every cold and flu season, the shelves fill with Echinacea capsules and tinctures. The purple coneflower has been marketed as an immune booster for decades, but the stem cell story is entirely different. Echinacea stem cell extracts have been studied for their ability to increase skin cell proliferation and accelerate the skin's own repair cycle. You have been buying Echinacea for your throat, while the skincare industry has been extracting its stem cells for something you were never told about. The familiar plant with the hidden use. The pattern begins here, and it does not stop. Number 13. Rice. 3.5 billion people eat rice every single day. It is the most consumed grain on the planet. But in Japan and Korea, women have been washing their faces with rice water for over 1,000 years. The practice was dismissed as folklore by Western dermatology for generations. Then researchers extracted stem cells from specific rice cultivars and found compounds that stimulate collagen production and even skin tone. The tradition was not folklore. It was applied science, practiced centuries before the term existed. In villages across Southeast Asia, grandmothers already knew what laboratories have only recently confirmed. The most ordinary grain in the world contains stem cells that address the exact concerns the anti-aging industry charges a premium to solve. Number 12. Lilac. The smell of lilac triggers memory faster than almost any other flower. It lined your grandmother's fence. It bloomed every May outside bedroom windows in small towns across the American Midwest and Eastern Europe. People associate lilac with nostalgia, with spring, with something gentle. But the stem cells of Syringa vulgaris tell a different story. Research on lilac stem cell extracts shows the capacity to tighten and restructure skin by mimicking the signaling behavior of young dermal cells. The plant that lined her fence was doing more than smelling beautiful, and you walked past it every spring without knowing. Those 4 plants grow in gardens and kitchens worldwide. But the next group comes from places most people will never visit, and the conditions that shape them are exactly what makes their stem cells so powerful. Number 11. Green tea. You already know that green tea contains antioxidants. That information has been on every health magazine cover for 20 years. But when scientists extract stem cells from the Camellia sinensis plant and culture them in laboratory conditions, the concentration of protective compounds multiplies far beyond what a single cup of tea can deliver. The specific compound is epigallocatechin galate. In stem cell cultures, it protects dermal papilla cells and extends fibroblast longevity at a level that drinking tea cannot approach. The cup of green tea on your desk is good for you. What the stem cell does is an entirely different category. One is a beverage. The other is a cellular repair mechanism that the beauty industry has been quietly formulating into products that never mention the word tea on the label. Number 10. Sea fennel. On the rocky cliffs of the Mediterranean coast, where salt spray and relentless sun destroy almost every living thing, a small plant with thick fleshy leaves clings to the rock face. Crythmum maritimum, sea fennel. Fishermen in Greece and Croatia have eaten it for centuries as a coastal vegetable. Chefs in southern France pickle it. But the stem cells of this plant have adapted to extreme ultraviolet radiation, constant salt exposure, and chronic dehydration. These are the exact environmental stressors that age human skin the fastest. Research shows that sea fennel stem cell extracts reactivate aquaporin channels in the skin. These are the internal hydration pathways that dry out and shut down as skin ages. A plant beaten by salt wind on a Mediterranean cliff contains the key to turning the water back on inside your skin. The harsher the environment, the more potent the defense. Number 9. A melon. Not just any melon, a specific French melon variety called Charentaise, specially cultivated for high antioxidants. It is small, it is pale. On a market table, you would walk past it. Resists decay far longer than standard melons. Researchers traced the cause to unusually high superoxide dismutase activity in its stem cells. Superoxide dismutase is the enzyme your skin uses to neutralize free radicals. After age 40, your body produces roughly half the amount it made when you were 20. The enzyme declines. The damage accelerates. A melon that refuses to rot contains the exact compound your skin is running out of. The skincare industry isolates this enzyme from cucumis mellow stem cells and charges premium prices for the extract. The melon costs €2 at a French market. Number 8. Ginseng. The root has been used across East Asia for 5,000 years. Chinese emperors demanded it. Korean mountain harvesters risked their lives climbing remote peaks to find wild specimens. The adaptogenic properties are well documented, but the stem cell application is a 21st century discovery. When researchers culture ginseng callus cells, They produce compounds that stimulate type 1 collagen synthesis directly. At the same time, they suppress the enzyme that breaks collagen down. Build and protect simultaneously. That dual action is what distinguishes ginseng stem cells from most other plant extracts on this list. 5,000 years of traditional use, 20 years of modern stem cell science, both pointing at the same root. Number 7. Centella asiatica. In Sri Lanka, this plant is called tiger grass. The name comes from an old observation. Wounded tigers were seen rolling in patches of centella growing on the forest floor. The wounds healed faster. Whether the story is literal or not, the chemistry behind it is documented. Centella asiatica produces asiaticoside and madecassoside. These are among the most studied wound-healing compounds in modern dermatology. Stem cell extraction from centella concentrates these compounds and delivers them in a form that penetrates the deepest layers of skin. In Vietnam, grandmothers brew it into drinks. In India, Ayurvedic practitioners prescribe it for skin conditions. In Thailand, street vendors sell it as a fresh juice. 500 million people across South and Southeast Asia use this plant regularly. Western skincare brands now sell centella extract in $30 tubes. The same plant, different prices, different systems. Number 6. Gotu kola. Here is something the skincare industry does not tell you. Gotu kola and Centella asiatica are the same plant. One species, two names. The term Gotu kola comes from Sinhalese tradition in Sri Lanka, where the plant has been called the herb of longevity for centuries. Elephants in Sri Lanka are among the longest-lived land mammals on Earth. Researchers observed that they preferentially graze on Gotu kola above other available plants. The stem cell research validates what the name already promised. Gotu kola stem cell extracts stimulate glycosaminoglycan synthesis. These are the structural molecules that form the scaffolding keeping skin firm and resilient. One plant, two traditions, both converging on the same truth. It repairs from the inside out. It has been doing this for longer than any corporation has existed. Every plant so far survives in conditions that would destroy most living things. But the final four grow in the harshest environments on this list, and their stem cells carry compounds that modern science is only beginning to understand. Number 5. Argan tree. In the semi-desert of southwestern Morocco, where summer temperatures exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit and rain may not fall for months, the argan tree survives. It can live for 200 years in conditions that kill almost every other species. Berber women have pressed argan oil for centuries. The beauty industry discovered this oil and turned it into a global luxury product. But the stem cells of the argan tree are a different story entirely. Argan stem cell extracts have demonstrated the ability to protect and revitalize human dermal stem cells at the deepest layer of skin, not the surface, not the middle, the base layer where new skin is born. The tree that survives scorching Moroccan desert contains the blueprint for regenerating the foundation of human skin. Argan oil sells for premium prices worldwide. The stem cell research suggests the real value was never in the oil at all. Number 4. Grape. Not any grape. A rare French variety called Gamay teinturier fro. Most grapes have white flesh with pigmented skin. This grape is red all the way through. That difference matters. The stem cells of this variety contain concentrated epigenetic factors that protect human skin stem cells from ultraviolet aging at the level of DNA itself. Not surface protection, not moisture. DNA-level defense. The wine industry has studied grapes for centuries. The skincare application of grape stem cells is a quiet revolution happening in Swiss and French laboratories right now. Resveratrol was the headline compound for years. Everyone heard about red wine and antioxidants, but the stem cell matrix of this grape goes deeper than any single molecule. It addresses aging at the genetic instruction level. And most people have never heard of this variety. Number 3. Alpine Rose. Above the tree line in the Swiss Alps, where temperatures swing from freezing nights to scorching ultraviolet days, where snow covers the ground for months and the air is thin enough to damage exposed tissue, a small shrub with leathery leaves survives. Rhododendron ferrugineum, the alpine rose. Its stem cells have developed something remarkable. They do not merely protect existing skin cells, they reactivate dormant ones. Human skin contains epidermal stem cells that gradually stop functioning with age. They do not die, they fall asleep. Alpine rose stem cell extracts have demonstrated the ability to switch those sleeping cells back on. Research showed measurable improvement in skin barrier function and vitality markers after application. A plant that endures the most punishing conditions in Europe can restart the cells your body stopped using years ago. This is not surface-level skincare. This is cellular reawakening. Number 2. Edelweiss, the iconic flower of the Alps, protected by law in Switzerland and Austria. So rare that mountain climbers once risked their lives scaling vertical rock faces to pick a single bloom for the person they loved. Leontopodium alpinum grows at elevations where ultraviolet radiation intensity is among the highest in continental Europe. The flower evolved a defense that human chemistry has struggled to match. Its stem cell extracts contain leontopodic acid. This compound outperforms vitamin C as a free radical scavenger under high-altitude ultraviolet conditions. The flower that climbers risked death to carry home contains a compound that the entire cosmetics industry cannot synthetically replicate at the same effectiveness. Edelweiss stem cells protect human skin cell DNA from photoaging. The rarest flower in the Alps, the most powerful natural ultraviolet shield ever measured in a plant. And it has been growing on those cliffs for thousands of years, waiting for science to catch up to what the mountain already knew. Number 1. The Utweiler Spottlauber apple. This is the plant that started everything. In the 18th century, Swiss farmers cultivated a specific apple variety for one reason: it did not rot. While other apples decayed on the shelf within weeks, the Utweiler Spottlauber lasted for months. The flesh stayed firm. The skin stayed intact. For 200 years, nobody understood why. Then, in the early 2000s, researchers at a Swiss biotechnology laboratory examined the fruit at the cellular level. What they found changed the skincare industry permanently. The apple stem cells were unusually long-lived. They maintained their vitality far beyond what any other fruit variety demonstrated. The researchers cultured these stem cells and applied the extract to human skin cell samples. The results were immediate and measurable. Human stem cell viability increased. Ultraviolet damage markers reversed. Visible aging slowed at the cellular level. That single study launched a global industry. Today, products containing Utweiler Spottlauber stem cell extract sell for hundreds of dollars in luxury department stores from New York to Tokyo. The apple tree itself is nearly extinct. Fewer than 20 mature specimens remain, all in Switzerland. A fruit that refused to age. From a tree the world almost forgot, growing in a quiet orchard in a small Swiss village, it became the foundation of modern plant stem cell skin care. Not because a corporation invented something new, because a farmer grew something old, and the cells inside that fruit had been solving the problem of aging for centuries before anyone thought to ask how. 15 plants, each one shaped by extreme survival pressure, ultraviolet radiation, drought, freezing cold, salt, altitude, time. Each one developed stem cell defenses that took millions of years to evolve. Each one contains compounds that the human skincare industry now quietly extracts, concentrates, and sells for premium prices in elegant packaging that never shows a picture of the plant it came from. The plants are ancient. The research is modern. The economics are designed to keep you reaching for the next serum instead of understanding what is actually inside it. The $62 billion skincare industry depends on you never learning where the ingredients come from. Now you know.